my name is Sasha. Welcome back to 12 Days of Bookmas. And today I've got my 2022 book releases that I'm really excited about. That was a really long title. Yeah, I guess that's the title. Okay, that just seems really long. Anyway, not everyone does this every year, but I most recently watched Shan's video from Shani and Books. She's doing Bookmas/Vlogmas this year. And I'm really keen, like she did like this Goodreads shelf, and so I started a Goodreads shelf as well. The first book on my Goodreads shelf is The Dragon's Bride by Katie Robert. I love Katie Robert. I don't know if you've been watching this channel for a while, but basically I will read anything Katie Roberts writes, and if she writes a smut with a dragon, I'm going to read it. And I just, when I first saw the cover, I'm like, I need this book, okay? So let's have a look at the book description. Briar Rose might have a name out of a storybook, but she learned at a very young age that no prince was coming to save her. She'll have to save herself. Unfortunately, even that is an impossible task in her current situation, trapped in a terrifying marriage to a dangerous man. Desperate times call for desperate measures, which is how she finds herself making a deal with a demon. Freedom from her husband in return for 7 years of service. She expects the service to be backbreaking and harsh. She doesn't expect to be put in an auction block in a room full of literal monsters and sold to the highest bidder. To Sol, a dragon. He might seem kinder than his fearsome looks imply, but she knows better than to trust the way he wants to take care of her, or how invested he is in her pleasure, in her experience. If something seems too good to be true, it certainly is. Falling for Sol is out of the question. She's suffered enough, and she has no intention of staying in this realm, even if she leaves her heart behind when she returns to her normal life. I'm so keen. I love Katie Roberts' writing. Her spicy scenes are just like 100 out of 10 spice. They're so good. So this one is supposed to come out on the 29th of March. The next book I'm really excited about next year is You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Akwaeke Emezi. I believe Dre from A Dance with Words on Instagram reviewed an arc of this and he really enjoyed it. So finally ready to get back out there after the loss of the love of her life, Pei is swept away to an unexpected island vacation for the summer where a forbidden romance awaits by MC and a male/female pairing. So You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty is supposed to come out on the 24th of May in 2022, so that's another book I'm really excited to read. This next book is probably on the top of my list, and that is I Kissed Jarrow by Casey McQuiston. Casey McQuiston wrote Red, White and Royal Blue, One Last Stop, two of my favorite novels. They're both queer, they're both amazing, but this is her first book in the YA genre. And so this is about Chloe Green, who gets kissed by Shara Wheeler, right? Just before Shara Wheeler goes missing. Anyway, you find out that Chloe and Shara are like running neck to neck for like Victorian. So Shara vanishes, and then Chloe finds out that it wasn't just her that Shara kissed. It was also, Shara also kissed obviously her longtime sweetheart Smith, her boyfriend, and then Rory, Shara's bad boy neighbor with a crush. Like all three of them get like these cryptic notes talking about Shara Wheeler, and so they kind of all go on and try to find her. I'm really excited about this one. It seems like a bit of a mystery aspect too, so I'm excited to see how Casey McQuiston writes her mystery. But this one is supposed to come out on the 3rd of May. So May's looking pretty good next year. This next book is Lake Law by Anna Marie McLemore. This is, I believe, a young adult novel about two non-binary teens are pulled into a magical world under a lake, but can they keep their worlds above water intact? So we've got some non-binary rap there, which is really exciting. So I'll read the description. Everyone who lives near the lake knows the stories about the world underneath it, an ethereal landscape rumored to be half air, half water. But Basti and Silvano and Law Garcia are the only ones who've been there. Basti grew up both above the lake and in the otherworldly space beneath it. Law's only seen the world under the lake once, but that one encounter changed their life and their fate. Then the lines between air and water begin to blur. the world under the lake drifts above the surface. If Bastian and Law don't want it bringing the secrets to the surface with it, they have to stop it. And to do that, they have to work together. There's just one problem. Bastian and Law haven't spoken in 7 years, and working together means trusting each other with the very things that they're trying to hide. So that comes out on the 8th of March, which is exciting. This is a middle grade novel that I'm really excited about called The Best Liars in Riverview by Lynn Thompson. So Aubrey and Joel are like two tomato vines that grew along the same crooked fence. Weird, yet the same kind of weird. But lately, even their shared weirdness seems weird. Then Joel disappears, vanishes, poof. The whole town is looking for him, and Aubrey was the last person to see Joel. Aubrey can't say much, but since lies of omission are still lies, here's what they know for sure. For the last 2 weeks of the school year, when 6th grade became too much, Aubrey and Joel have been building a raft in the woods. The raft was supposed to be just another part of their running away game. The raft is gone now too. Aubrey doesn't know where Joel is, but they might know how to find him. As Aubrey, their friend Mari, and sister Tegan search along the river, Aubrey has to fess up to who they really are, all the things they've never said, and the word that bully Rudy Thomas used that set all this into motion. So this is supposed to come out on 8th of March as well. Oh, that's so exciting. And this is, looks like Aubrey is non-binary because they use they, them pronouns, which is really exciting too. So middle grade with some trans rep, that's really exciting. The next book I'm really excited to read next year is Out of the Blue by Jason June. This is about Crest, who is not excited to be on their journey. The month-long sojourn on land all teen merfolk must undergo. The rules are simple. Help a human within 1 moon cycle and return to Pacifica to become an elder, or fail and remain stuck on land forever. Crest is eager to get their journey over and done with. After all, humans are disgusting. They've polluted the planet so much there's a floating island of trash that's literally the size of a country. In Los Angeles, with a human body and a new name, Crest meets Sean, a human lifeguard whose boyfriend has recently dumped him. Crest agrees to help Sean make his ex jealous and win him back. But as the two spend more time together and Crest's perspective on humans begin to change, they'll soon be torn between 2 worlds. And fake dating just might lead to real feelings. Woo! I love fake dating. So we've got non-binary rep as well, and we've got some queer relationships. I'm so excited for this. So Out of the Blue is supposed to come out on the 31st of May. So this is another non-binary rep book I'm really excited for. This is Love and Other Disasters by Anita Kelly. This is set on like a baking like show competition. I love baking competition shows. So this is about Dahlia Woodson, who's recently divorced and on the verge of bankruptcy, and she's ready to reinvent herself on the popular reality competition show Chef Special. Too bad the first memorable move she makes is falling flat on her face, sending fish tacos flying. Not quite the fresh start she was hoping for. Still, she's focused on winning until she meets someone she might want a future with more than after the prize money. After announcing their pronouns on national television, London Parker has enough on their mind without worrying about the klutzy competitor stationed in front of them. They're there to prove the trolls, including a fellow contestant and their dad, wrong. And falling in love was never part of the plan. Yeah, I'm so excited! Hilarious shenanigans on set, wedding crashing, and spontaneous dips into the Pacific. I'm just really excited. So this one's supposed to come out on the 18th of January. And like, just look at the cover. Oh, I love them so much. Going into some fantasy now, because I realized I had a bit too many contemporaries on there. I still read pretty much both, but this one is Castles in Their Bones by Laura Sebastian. So Laura wrote Ash Princess, which is the only book I've read from her, but I really enjoyed it. But this one sounds so interesting. So you've got this Queen Margaret, or Empress Margaret, who has had plans for her daughters since the day where they're born. Princesses Sophronia, Daphne, and Beatrice will all be queens. And now, age 16, they each must leave their homeland and marry their princesses. Beautiful, smart, and demure, the triplets appear to be the perfect brides, because Margaret knows there is one common truth. Everyone underestimates a girl, which is a grave mistake. Sophronia, Daphne, and Beatrice are no innocents. They have been trained since birth in the arts of deception, seduction, and violence with a singular goal: to bring down monarchies. I'm so excited. This is so cool. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how this goes. I love reading about basically badass female characters, like, and so we've got these 16-year-old girls who've gone to basically infiltrate these other kingdoms under like the ruse of their kingdoms coming together to like bring them down, and then all of them just become part of their mom's kingdom. So this one is supposed to come out on the 1st of February. So I'm really excited. Now we've got The New Girl by Jessie Q. Satanto. I read A for Aunties from her this year. Basically, we've got Leah, who's never really fit in, and when she wins a full ride to the prestigious Draycott Academy on a track scholarship, she's determined to make it work even though she's never felt more out of place. Just got a low battery symbol. So basically, The New Girl is supposed to come out on the 1st of February as well, and I love Jessie's writing, so I'm really excited to see how they write this mystery. It sounds like a YA mystery. Last but not least, we've got Witchlings by Clarabelle A. Ortega. I read The Ghost Squad by her last year. I really adored it. So I'm excited to read more about the more middle grade witchlings. Okay, so basically we've got Seven Salazar, who turns out that she isn't placed in one of the 5 covens. She's a spare. So spare covens have fewer witches, are less powerful, and are looked down on by everyone. Even worse, when Seven and the other 2 spares perform their magic circle to seal the coven and cement themselves as sisters, it doesn't work. They're stuck as witchlings and will never be able to perform powerful magic. So it looks like they're going on this quest to try and gain their full powers and try to prove themselves to the other witches. I really loved Clarabelle's Ghost Squad and the girl power in that, so I'm really excited to see more from her and how, like, and just look at this cover, like, it's so cute. I love it so much. Oh my god. Anyway, battery's about to die. Those are some of the new releases of next year, 2022, that I'm really looking forward to. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what new releases you're looking forward to next year down below. Goodreads shelf if you wanted to add me on Goodreads and have a look. But yes, I will see you tomorrow with another 12 Days of Bookmas video. Bye!